I would show you some of the inherited items from my mother-in-law and my grandparents. This is just some of them, by the way, which is why I need cabinets to put them in. My grandmother or my mother-in-law collected gravy boats, so these two I did not put in the cabinet because they kind of wouldn't really fit. So I'm going to show you what I have in the cabinet so far. I'm going to keep changing it around. So this is how I have it for now. I'm going to keep messing with this because I don't care for how it is. It does have some little water stains in here, but this summer I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to try to sand it to original color. It's like a dark brown, or just go back over it with a white. I like it white, but you know, my walls are white. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. But anyway, my mother-in-law collected gravy boats, so I think I said that already, but usually I put these out in the summertime on a tiered tray with these shells in it. But I think this year I'm just going to change it up. This, my husband's great aunt made years and years ago. She used to make whatever this is. I know there's several pieces. I think my brother-in-law has a piece as well. So 1965 is when that was made. I bought this at the thrift store Saturday. I have some of my own collection. I have like 3. I think I have a set of candle holders like this, and then there's a small one of these. But I think what I'm going to do, because I have gravy boats here, and then I moved one down here, and I have this green one here, plus the 2 on the table. I think what I'm going to do is, because normally I put these out like in the winter time on my fireplace mantle and put gold ornaments in them. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of keep it seasonal in this cabinet kind of thing, and take the gold stuff and only put it out in the winter and Christmas time, and then the other summery items put out here. I still want to get a small cabinet for that one corner, because if I can get what I'm looking for, that's where the gravy boats are going to go, because it feels odd to me that I have kitchen stuff in the living room. But this was hers. These are mine. They are timered. I got them at that one store, so if you saw that video, I bought this on Saturday. This stuff down here, so like this was my grandfather's baby cup, and then these were, I believe, his grandparents, I think my mom told me. And this was a napkin ring. It has our family crest on it, so my grandfather's family were Swedish immigrants. And apparently each of the kids got one of these napkin rings. As far as I know, my aunt had one as well. She used to have it sitting in the kitchen. But that was given to me years and years ago. And then these candlesticks as well. As far as I know, these were my great-great-grandparents, like these 3 items here. But they could have been my great-grandparents. I can't remember. I should have written all this down, but I was about 21 when these were given to me, so you know, I wasn't really thinking about that. I thought my brain would last forever. And then if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know I'm always looking at the dogs, and it's because, now I do know these were my great-grandparents, but they're like a very fragile, like pottery or something like that. They had this collection here. So I don't really get anything. Now I could get those bigger ones because I would know those were mine, but I try not to get anything very similar to these because I don't want to mix them up and forget over the time, you know, whose they were. And this, like all of this was my grandmother's stuff at one point, except for this. I just bought this and kind of like put that together myself. And then this was mine because I used to collect horses. For my 16th birthday, my grandmother gave me that. It was my great-grandmother's. So I used to bug her to let me dust it when I was a kid. That was her candy dish. I still actually use that. I just stuck it in here. I use that all the time for jelly beans and stuff, so that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. But these were a couple of her these here. Like, she gave me this years ago, and then I think, if I remember right, she gave my daughter this. My brother-in-law gave my daughter a milk glass bowl as well when she turned 13. It was one of hers. And then this goes to a set. But this here, my husband bowls on leagues, and there was a guy that, he's passed away now, but he inherited his family's antique store. I believe this is called a McCormick pottery or something. I can't remember, but because we have a chicken farm, my husband had bowled a 300. My husband's bowled like 8 or 9 300s in his lifetime, but that particular season he bowled a 300, and that guy brought him balloons, congratulations, the next week. tied to this because he thought he would like it, because he was kind of starting to pare down his stuff as his health had started to decline. This was my mom's aunt's sugar bowl. There's some little penguins in there. It's pretty fragile, so I try not to bother it. If you saw the video where I got this, this is the sugar bowl I was talking about. I think I might have mentioned in there that I had this and I could have done this with this, but I was too afraid to break it. And then that is an old decanter that was my grandmother's, and like all of this stuff was my grandmother's, grandparents, great grandparents, all that. And then that jar up there, I put some timered lights in. That was my mother and father-in-law's. I have several jars actually from them, a whole bunch of them. I haven't put anything in the drawer of this yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. Probably, I don't know, just maybe some of this stuff to keep it out of here. But if you saw this video, I've added in some Easter stuff. So I just had I brought out my old unicorns, some of my collection from when I was a kid, to do for spring. But I've added in some Easter, you know, some little Easter type things in here. So anyway, that is how I styled that for now.